Imagine a circus. Big, colorful tents, loud music, crowds cheering. And right in the middle of it all, a massive elephant. Strong, powerful, capable of knocking down trees with one push. But this elephant is standing perfectly still. It isn't running, it isn't moving, it isn't even trying to break free. You walk closer and you notice something strange. That giant animal, that powerful, beautiful creature, is tied to a tiny wooden stake in the ground, with just a small, thin rope around its ankle. That's it. No heavy chains, no iron cage, just a small rope. And yet, the elephant doesn't move. Why? To understand that, we have to go back to the very beginning, when this elephant was just a baby. The circus trainers tied it to that same stake with that same rope. Back then, the baby elephant was small, it was weak. It tried to break free over and over again. It pulled, it tugged, it cried, it struggled with everything it had. But the rope was too strong for a baby elephant, so it couldn't escape. Day after day it tried, and day after day it failed. Until one day, it stopped trying. It told itself, "This rope is too strong. I can't break it. I never will." And from that day on, the elephant believed it with its whole heart. Years passed. The baby elephant grew. It became one of the most powerful animals on Earth, strong enough to pull down a whole tree, strong enough to carry hundreds of pounds, strong enough to break that rope in one single step. But it never tried again, because in its mind, it was still that tiny, weak baby who couldn't do it. The rope hadn't changed, but the elephant had. The only thing keeping it stuck was a memory, a belief, a fear that was never real anymore. Now here's the part that should stop you cold. Think about this. This isn't just a story about an elephant. This is a story about you, about me, about all of us. How many times have you tried something and failed? Maybe you tried to speak up in class and people laughed. Maybe you tried to start something new and it didn't work out. Maybe someone told you you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, you can't do this. And just like that baby elephant, you believed them. You stopped trying. You tied yourself to that stake. And now, even though you've grown, even though you're stronger, wiser, more capable than ever before, part of you still feels stuck, still feels like that baby who couldn't break free. But here is the truth. That rope is not real anymore. You just forgot to try again. The elephant's story ends with it never knowing its own power. But your story, yours, doesn't have to end that way. You are not that small, scared version of yourself anymore. You have grown, you have learned, you have survived things that would have broken the person you used to be. So today, I want to ask you one simple question. What is your small rope? What old fear, old failure, or old voice in your head is keeping you from moving forward? Because that rope is weaker than you think. All it takes is one step, one try, one moment of deciding, I'm not that baby anymore. Break the rope, walk forward. The world is wide open on the other side. And remember, the only difference between being stuck and being free is believing that you can break free. Believe in yourself, always, because you are never as weak as you thought you were.